Hi, good morning, and welcome to today's yoga flow. We're going to be doing a really gentle and soothing yoga flow designed for when you're still feeling a little bit sleepy, you basically just slid out of bed and you need some movement to ease you into your day. So we're going to take it really easy today. You don't need any equipment with you. I'm just going to start in a child's pose. So making your way there. Option to have the knees together, the arms behind you, and the chest resting down. Maybe you want to take those knees wide instead. Reach the arms forwards and rest the forehead down. We'll take some time here to ground ourselves before we go into our movement. A time to check in with how you're feeling. And maybe even bring the mind to why you're feeling the way you're feeling today. What those factors are that have influenced your energy levels or your emotions, your mindset. We can bring our mind here for a moment and then we can start to let it go. To allow ourselves to be here in the present moment. And let's arrive at the breath now. We can slow down the breath together. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. Feeling the torso expand in all directions. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath like that. Breathing in. And out. All right, let's start to ease into our movement. Keep those arms reaching forwards or stretch them forwards if they're behind. We're going to snake the body forwards onto the front, coming into a baby cobra. So we just lift the torso slightly, shoulders are behind us. Exhale, press back into that child's pose. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale, snaking the chest forwards. Just a little lifting of the torso. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Good. Last one. Reaching forwards, sliding the body down. Lifting a little bit higher this time. Good. And coming into a tabletop position. Knees are hip-width apart. Stacking those shoulders over the wrists. Let's take our lovely cat-cow. Inhale, tummy comes down. Open the front body. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the shoulders. Good. Inhale, open the front of the body. Exhale, rounding. Last one, breathing in. And out. Inhale, finding a flat back, and then let's take that right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the arm down and through, resting the shoulder and side of the head. Option to reach the left arm forwards. Maybe you fancy wrapping it behind the back. And we have a nice little twist through the spine here. Just making sure that head is resting onto the ground. Giving you the support for the lower part of the body. One last breath in here. Exhale, left hand onto the floor. Coming up, tabletop position. Let's take one cat-cow here. Inhale, open. Exhale, doming the back. Inhale, flatten the back. This time, left arm stretches up. Exhale, thread the arm down and through. Rest the shoulder and side of the head. Now, maybe you're keeping this right arm here. Maybe it's reaching forwards if you want some opening with the side body. Or we can wrap it behind if you want a deepening of that twist. Breathe into the body here. Think about expanding that lower part of the torso. Good. And as you exhale, flattening the tummy, relaxing the body. As you exhale, bring that right hand onto the ground. It feels lifted. Left hand comes onto the floor. Let's tuck the toes. Press the hips back. Downward facing dog. And let's walk the feet out here. Waking up through the back of the legs. Bending one knee, then the other. Good. One more breath. Walking the feet out. On your next inhale, lift the heels, ripple forwards, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, press the bum back, and then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift the heels, ripple forwards, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, press the hips back, we rise, downward facing dog. So we're taking a little flow through the body here. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, we lift the heels, ripple forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, press back, then we rise. Last one. Inhale, rolling forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. One breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, looking towards the hands. Take the right foot forwards, lower the back knee down, and then walk that foot just to the outside of the mat. Left hand stays down on the ground. Open the hips a little bit further. And that right hand is coming onto the inner thigh, and we're gently pressing the knee out to the side. So we're getting into that left hip flexor here, but also opening through that right hip joint. Good. Try and soften that top shoulder away from the ear. Last breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot comes forwards, lower the back knee down, then walk this foot out to the edge of the mat. Left hand is on the inner thigh, gently pressing the knee out to the side. Soften this top shoulder down away from the ear. And come back to the breath here. So sometimes this hip opening can be a bit intense. If you need to, you could just pull the hips back slightly. So we're still in this lunge position, but not quite as deep. Use that exhale to help soften any resistance. Good, last breath here. Exhale, bring the hands down, coming into a yogi squat. So hips are low towards the floor. I'm going to show you from the front. Feet are as wide as the mat. Toes are on the mat, heels are off. And we're going to try and lift the chest, lengthen through the spine. Now a few variations here. If you want to lift the heels, you can, if that's a bit more comfortable. If you want to be a bit higher up, that's fine also. Just trying to open through the knees, lengthen the spine, and we can take a bit of movement side to side here. If you want to have the hands down, that's also fine. All right, take a big breath in. Exhale, hands down, lift the hips, forward fold at the front of the mat. Soft bend in the knees, let the torso be heavy, catch hold of the elbows, and let's sway side to side. Good. Now we're going to start to increase the size of our movements now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Palms together above the head. Press the hips forwards, open the body. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Good, and again, inhale, halfway lift. Slide the hands just below the shins. Pull the shoulders back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Press the hips forwards, open the body. Good, beautiful stretch here. Exhale, we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's go last time. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Gather that energy above the head. Open the body, slight back bend. Exhale, we fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Start to walk the feet out here, bending one knee, then the other. Waking up through the back of the legs as we did before. Inhale, step that right foot forwards, lower the back knee, sweep the arms under and through, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, straighten the front leg, fold down into the body. Inhale, move the hips forwards, heel toe that foot out to the side, and just gently press the knee out to the side so we come back into that same posture. Good. Hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet out a little bit here. All right, other side. Inhale, look to the hands. Step that left foot forwards, lower the back knee, sweep under and through, low lunge. Exhale, straighten the front leg, toes towards you, bowing down. Inhale, move the hips forwards, heel toe that foot wide. Gently press the knee out to the side. You might find it more comfortable to untuck the back toe here. And then bring that hand down. Step back into your downward facing dog. All right, that was our big energy movement for this sleepy morning. So we're going to start to wind ourselves back down again. When you're ready, lower the knees to the floor, child's pose. Maybe the knees are wide, arms reaching forwards. Maybe you're like me, knees together, arms behind. And let's come into the breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lifting the chest, come into a seated position. We're going to take a few moments here in a seated meditation, just before we move on to the rest of our day. So taking the hands where they feel comfortable, maybe it's onto the knees, maybe it's into the lap. Lengthen through the spine, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Option to close down the eyes or take a soft gaze onto the floor. We'll be practicing breath awareness here. So using the breath as our tool to hold us in the present moment. And using it as a guide for turning our attention inwards. So notice where the breath is sitting in the body. How the breath feels. And noticing that movement of the air as it flows in and out of the body. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest with the breath. Allowing yourself to be here in this moment before you continue the rest of your day. When the mind wanders off, just gently coming back to the breath. And start to bring your awareness back into your body. And back to the sounds, smells, and surroundings. Let's take 3 breaths together to close our practice. Breathing in. Open the mouth to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last deep breath in. And out. Then can open the eyes if they're closed. Just bringing the hands to heart center, thanking yourself for showing up today for this practice. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you soon.